Hey everyone, I just purchased this original split-level home to flip. We're going to tour it today and talk about the scope of work. As usual, I'm going to share my house flip numbers at the end of the video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get notified when the house flip is complete and the after video is up on the channel. This home sits on a corner lot of 8,000 square feet. From this corner here, you can hardly see the home because it's all covered by these bushes. The bushes are good for privacy, but when you are trying to show a home in the best light, the thick bushes are not very photogenic and tend to tell the buyers that the home hasn't been maintained for a while. If we cut the bushes down, it's going to look bare and take a long time for it to grow lush again. So we'll have to remove these completely and use low-profile, drought-resistant landscaping instead. Right in front of the house, the landscaping isn't so bad. There are some big and small plants that can be kept, and we also want to add a few more plants and some mulch to freshen it up. These two cypresses are so close to the house. In order for us to service the exterior and paint it, we're going to have to remove them. And over here, we want to revive this lawn if we can and trim down this tree. On the exterior of the home, the roof seems to be in good condition and it just needs to be washed. We also need to replace all the outdated aluminum windows, the front door, and the garage door. I think a new exterior paint would really get rid of this tired look and give this home a much needed update. Now come on in. This home has 2 stories. The living room, dining room, kitchen, and family room are on the first floor, and there are 3 bedrooms and 2 baths on the second story. Let's check out the living room first. The vaulted ceilings in the living room are a desirable feature, but we need to remove the popcorn ceiling first. The 2 large windows bring in good natural light. The focal point in the living room is this big fireplace. It's of a trapeze shape, which is interesting, and we need to refinish it with new tiles. Now the carpet is extremely dirty, but luckily there's hardwood floors underneath, and we just need to peel off the carpet and refinish the floors. The living room connects to the dining room, and this dining room is of very good size. There's a dated chandelier that has to be removed. And through this narrow doorway, we get to the kitchen. The kitchen is pretty small for the size of this home. From the cabinetry to the tiled countertops to the linoleum floors, everything looks original. It's probably from when the home was built about 50 years ago. And we're going to have to gut everything here. But luckily, this wall between the kitchen and the dining room isn't load-bearing, so we plan to take it out and push the kitchen out this way to borrow a little room from the dining room and make the kitchen bigger. When we do that, we'll likely have to relocate the fridge from here to the other side so it doesn't block the sightline. Before I show you more of this original split-level home, smash the like button below and subscribe to the channel to see more interesting content like this. I recently launched my book, Flipping Houses Quick Start Guide. It's a comprehensive guide for beginners, so pick up a copy on Amazon today if you're interested. I'm not sure why there needs to be a step down in the kitchen to get to the family room, and I really wish it wasn't here, because even with the expansion to the dining room, this kitchen will still be on the small side for a home of 1,900 square feet. And if there wasn't this step down and the difference in ceiling height, we would be able to expand the kitchen out this way to utilize this otherwise unused space in the family room. There are also two sliders side by side right now in the family room, which is kind of weird. With this pendant light here, it makes me feel like this is designated to be another dining space. But with the dining room over there, I don't think this is necessary at all. We'll definitely remove this pendant light and probably add some recessed lights here. Through this slider that's right next to the kitchen, we get to the sunroom. Unfortunately, the slider isn't operating, so I can't show you the inside of the sunroom. But usually I try to save sunrooms like this because it adds precious living space. But in this case, the sunroom is cheaply built. You can see that there's water damage in the ceiling and the floor is all dirty and gross. On the outside, it's going to confirm that this sunroom has to be demoed, and I'm going to show you in a little bit. Having a separate family room is definitely a bonus, especially for family with kids. This room now feels dark and dingy because of the popcorn ceiling, the dark wood paneling, and the dark carpet. Once these are removed or replaced, the room will feel much more pleasant and useful. This fireplace has wall-to-wall breaks and an old school insert. We're going to remove the insert and probably just paint the bricks to freshen it up. Throughout the home, there are a lot of spider webs, and believe me, these are not Halloween decorations, and when I first came to visit the home, it was filled with stuff. This other slider in the family room leads us to the backyard. The backyard now is mainly occupied by the swimming pool and the sunroom that we just mentioned. On the outside of the sunroom, you can see that the walls are water damaged and they are peeling off, and this whole structure looks very cheap and very old. So we plan to remove it with the awning right next to it to make the backyard more open and airy. It's also going to give us some more patio space out here. The decision to keep or remove the pool is a tough one. When I first saw it, it was all green and gross. So naturally, I thought we need to remove the pool. As I mentioned in another video before, a pool is not always desirable in the Bay Area because it doesn't usually get to a comfortable temperature for swimming in the summer without being heated. And most people don't want to pay for the expensive maintenance for a pool that they can barely use without spending extra money on a pool heater. If we remove the pool, I believe we're going to have a large usable backyard and more interested buyers. But on the other hand, the pool removal requires a complicated permit process and a longer hold time. Luckily, we were able to find a pool guy to help us put chemicals in the pool and try to clear the water up so we can check out the plaster condition. If the plaster's condition is poor and it needs to be refinished, we'll likely remove the pool because refinishing the plaster will cost more than removing the pool. If the plaster is fine, we would keep the pool to save on cost and time. As you can see, the pool water already turned blue, but it's still cloudy. It's going to take a few more days for us to be able to tell and make the final decision. The powder room downstairs has two doors. One leads to the hallway and the family room, and the other to the laundry room and the bedroom. So it's kind of an interesting setup. We plan to use all new fixtures and finishes to get rid of this yellow hue. From this access to the laundry room, we want to remove the old cabinets and the dirty linoleum floors. The only bedroom on the ground level is perfect for an office. We just need to put in a new window, new paint, and new flooring. The stairway leading to the second story is right by the entryway. We're going to replace the metal railings here with horizontal railings to update the style. And we're also going to replace this really dirty carpet here with vinyl floors or hardwood floors. The guest bathroom on the second story is of standard size and it's pretty nasty inside. The one-piece shower and tub enclosure looks like it's out of a cheap motel. The toilet has a full wood lid and is of a miniature size. The vanity countertops is tiled, which makes it hard to clean. We plan to keep the layout here, but replace all the finishes and fixtures. The first bedroom on the second story was filled with stuff when I first visited, but luckily the seller hired people to remove everything before I took possession, so I got to inherit an empty house for a change. In here, we're going to remove the popcorn ceilings, replace the window, the closet door, and the interior door, and also we'll refinish the hardwood floors underneath the carpet. The second bedroom was filled to the brim also, and it looks so much bigger once everything is cleared out. The minty green walls have to be repainted for sure. The master bedroom is very spacious. It has 2 windows with a nice view of the hills, and it also already has 2 closets. One standard size closet here and a smaller closet right here by the entry. I'm still thinking about removing the hallway closet that's over there to enlarge this closet to add additional closet space, but I'm not sure if the return will justify the cost. Drop me a comment below to tell me your thoughts. I'm really happy with the size of the master bathroom. We can easily add another sink on here to make this a dual vanity. This double pendant light is interesting, but it clearly is out of style. I also find this small niche wasteful, and the way this shelf is inserted into the niche so high up is peculiar. We're going to try to remove this niche and add the space into the shower to better use the space. So these are the major items on my scope of work. We'll do a quick walkthrough to get familiar with the layout of the home. Even though the floor plan is not that open, the flow is pretty functional as is, and we don't have to make a lot of changes. Right after this, I will share the house flip numbers. I have to say that this is one of the best deals I've been able to negotiate recently, and the numbers are very solid as far as I can tell for now. Make sure you don't miss it. Now let's get to the numbers. I purchased this home for about 1.4 million. It's going to cost about 200,000 to fix it up, and the estimated ARV is about $2 million, and the profit would be about 260,000. So there is a very big spread. I was able to negotiate a great deal out of this project because I'm already working on quite a few projects and I'm not in any rush to buy any new projects, and I had more negotiation power. The floor plan resembles another split-level house I flipped earlier this year, and I'm probably going to use a lot of the same ideas. Check out the before and after of that house flip if you can't wait for the after video on this project. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, smash the like button below and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.